Hall is pleased to continue its preservation of Oregon's great athletic heritage. We will honor those athletes, past, present, and future, represent this state, this wonderful state, with class, character, and the drive to be the best they can be. Good evening and welcome to our celebration as we honor the class of 2007 into the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. Tonight is designed for all of us to share and salute, absolutely applaud and salute our athletic milestones, and there are great moments in Oregon sports history that are all over this room tonight. Now, to be inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame is a once-in-a-lifetime achievement. And tonight we salute this year's 8 inductees and at the same time confirm special lessons in life that only sports can provide. The 28th annual induction to the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame will officially begin a little bit later over dessert, so partake right now and we shall continue on. I might add that we are doing a television show at the same time, so we might have some stoppages along the way. So be prepared for that, and all of you will be a part of that as well. So enjoy, and we'll be back very shortly, okay? But before we do that, the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame is blessed with many supporters, and that support, along with great leadership, has enabled the Hall to grow and become very, very strong. Distinguished organization in this state, of course, and anyone who follows sports in Oregon can be proud of our Hall of Fame. So would you please welcome at this time the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame, the president, Mr. Chuck Richards. Please, Chuck.
Bill, I have to ask you, you sent us all a postcard. You know, you've probably all seen this. I think all of you got this probably.
Yeah.
And Bill's doing his socks, laundry, and standard TV appliances.
That's right. I do the laundry all the time at
right?
home. Oh, absolutely.
But what I really heard was it's a little tough getting you out of the demonstration kitchens. Is that right?
That's right.
You like the food and what they do there?
Exactly.
Is Bill here tonight? Bill Gander?
No, but we have Mr. Matt Corbin from Standard TV and Appliance.
Matt, raise your hand.
Matt's right
Good.
there.
Well, thank you for the support for the Hall. We love having Bill's connection, and as you all perhaps know or don't know, but you will now, Bill is an inductee in the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame also. A quick sidebar. I just learned at my table that we had an inspirational speaker at our dinner about 5 years ago, and I just learned that she finished swimming across Lake Tahoe about noon or sometime today. Karen Gaffney, you probably know the story. She made it, and took I think about 7 hours to go 12 miles in pretty cold lake, etc. So that's pretty awesome. First, I'd like to congratulate all the inductees this evening. There are 8 of you, and it's just an awesome class. It sort of bridges one end of sports to the other, from the management and administration to the athletic prowess, and exemplifies the classes that have come before. And I think it's really special, and also welcome sports fans. This is as big a crowd, I think, as we've ever had, 400 plus, and it's just awesome to see you tonight. Terrific. We have scholarship winners that are given a $2,000 a year, or excuse me, a $2,000 grant by the Scott McTarnahan Family Trust, and they'll be so noted later. But we want to thank Mac who's up there, and Scott, and I haven't seen Scott this evening, but that's terrific, and congratulations to the scholarship winners, and we applaud them. I'd like to introduce the board of directors for the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. Greg Hitchcock. Want to stand up just for a second? Right there. Paul Alati. There he is. Drew Mahalik is not with us this evening, I don't believe. He was joking the other day. I don't know if you know. Mr. McCardle, how are you? He was saying that he can retire now that Joey is employed so gainfully. And those of you who know that story, but Joey basically took some money out of one of the MLB programs and now is playing Major League Baseball directly out of high school. He's a pitcher and from Wilson High School. And then Blake Herring, who's a new member of the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame board. There's Blake in the back. With Norris Baggs and Simpkins. Katie Stedding with the Warner Pacific. I saw Katie earlier. Hi, Katie. Steve Miller, and I think he's here tonight, but he's formerly, kind of goes like this, formerly at Kansas State, formerly at Nike, formerly the Oregon, or the Pro Bowling Tour, now retired, I think. But Steve's a great guy, and I think a lot of you have probably met Steve over the years, and he's joined our board, which is great. And then George Graves, KPMG. George, longtime Oregonian. Thank you, George. And I'd like to also introduce Jack Elder, who is the Director of Development on sort of a lone executive basis to the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. And his organization, Oregon Sports Action, which is does the heavy lifting down there to make some things happen. So thank you, Jack. Jack was a '72 Olympian also in that sled thing called luge. We are moving. The Oregon Sports Hall of Fame this next summer will be moving and locating a new location yet to be determined. And Mike Rose, our executive director, that's kind of the main thing on his plate. But we want to thank Standard Insurance, now the Standard Company, and Trond Ingvaldsson especially for their support for about 25 years. We're in their basement, then we came up on 3rd and Salmon, and they've just been terrific with discounted rent, maintenance, capital improvements, et cetera. So thank you, the Standard. It's been a great run for 25 years. It's been terrific for us. There's an award up here.
Yeah, it's right here.
I haven't seen Tom this evening. Tom, are you here? Do you want to make your way up to the podium? Well, Tom's not going to make his way to the podium. Well, Tom Panage is sort of our volunteer excellence. Here he comes, quiet as usual. Come on up here, Tom. Tom has been a volunteer for 18 years with the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. Comes in one time a week for a full day, does all the spit polishing, the cleaning, the organizing, all the clipping.
Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah,
what a
thank you.
surprise. What is all this about?
What is all this about? He says, hey, this guy has just been terrific. He's sort of our public face, gives tours of the hall, loves sports, is the epitome of a volunteer you would ever want for your own organization. And 18 years is a long time. And I just want to give this to you on behalf of the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. Tom Panage recognizing 18 years of dedicated service from our organization.
Well, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to say I've enjoyed every week going down there. It's a wonderful place to be around, and those that haven't visited down there, be sure and come down 3rd and Salmon. You'll enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. Just take a minute here. The Oregon Sports Hall of Fame and Museum, of course, deals with past history and successes, individuals, teams, special moments, Blazers winning in '77, right? Did I get the year right? To tall firs. You went around with the tall firs, were you? No, I don't think so. The Don Scholander winning 4 gold medals in the Olympics, Terry Baker winning the Heisman Trophy, et cetera. So there's many glorious moments in Oregon sports. But reflecting on that a little bit, we're in unusual times, I think, in Oregon at least. we have situations where we have a baseball team, Oregon State Beavers, have won 2 College World Series back to back, and they dominated the last year. I mean, that is, it's pretty much unheard of. And then you read in the paper the other day that we have 3 NFL quarterbacks, a bit tenuous, but they're all starting, all Oregon, natives, which is pretty terrific. And then you have Kyle Singler and Kevin Love, the top 2 high school basketball players in the nation. And where are they from? Oregon, And the success of the football teams in the last few years, both the Ducks, the Beavers, and hopefully the Vikings. And it's a pretty special time here. And you've got things also, but the championships that UP won with the women's soccer team. You've got Mariel Zagunas, who is the Olympic gold medalist and world champion in fencing, which is, that doesn't come easily, and it's happening here. The Olympic trials are returning to Eugene for the first time, I think, since '84, which is pretty special. And not to let the cat out of the bag, and I think Brian Parrott's right there, but there's an announcement tomorrow at the mayor's office about the Davis Cup. And I'll just kind of let that be what it is, but, we've never done anything like that here before at that level, so that could be pretty special too. So there are a number of events, people that are excelling in a wide variety of sports, and really I think history is being made as we look back at these times. The sports scene is nothing but terrific. So I want to thank also Jeff Shrum for producing this evening. Jeff, you're out probably in the trailer out there somewhere, but thank you very much. And thank you, Bill, for being the MC as always and doing a terrific job. And Northwest Rugs, they're stylish as also. Are they comfortable? Are they comfortable? Last year, you were able to get in and out all right, so it's okay. So I'd like to introduce Mike Rose, our executive director. There's Mike. Come on up. Mike's been with us for a year now. And we're exceedingly happy to have Mike on board because we operated without an executive director for a good number of years. Mike's taking the bull by the horns and going to lead the charge into our move, etc. So, Mike, to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Chuck. Just a year ago tonight, I was seated over there. Chuck introduced me. I stood up, I smiled, I waved, and I sat down. Well, you're not going to get off that easily tonight. Got a few things to say this year. First of all, we're absolutely delighted you're all here. This is a sellout crowd. Welcome from the Sports Hall of Fame. Please enjoy your evening. Second, I'd like to say a few thank yous. First of all, to the Multnomah Athletic Club for once again helping us host this wonderful evening. Special thanks to General Manager Norm Rich, President James Conley, and most especially Sue Koshiyama from Private Dining, who makes sure that every last detail is perfect before the dining room doors are open. She works very hard. We work with her, but she makes it happen, and your evening tonight is due to her hard work. So thanks, Mac Club. Special thanks to our sponsors as well. Headlined on the banner behind me, wouldn't be possible without their help. We would not have a professionally produced and directed television replay as well. So thank you all to the people at Les Schwab, Standard TV and Appliance, Nike, Chinook Winds, KPMG, Oregon Sports Authority, and Northwest Rugs. They're all very strong supporters of the Hall of Fame. One more special nod to Jeff Shrum and his Comcast Spotlight team, who fully script, produce, direct, and come up with a 60-minute replay of tonight's activities. This year it will air on the new Comcast Sports Net, which debuts 1st of November. Our 60-minute broadcast will be at just immediately following the Blazers 76ers game on Friday, November 16th. Game time is 4 p.m. Pacific time, so this event will air at approximately 7:30, quarter to 8. Many thanks, Jeff, for all your hard work helping us. We've got a secret weapon at the Hall of Fame. Her hard work, we have to acknowledge. Lorna Johnson is our full-time admin. She runs the museum store. She runs our admissions 5 days a week. And once a year, she handles this monstrous event for us, keeping it completely organized. She's the friendly voice on the phone, and we want to thank her for all her hard work. Thank you, Lorna. Finally, I'm sure you all recall the big story about the woman who collapsed during the Hood to Coast run last month. Kathy Ryan wasn't breathing, had no pulse when a heroic team of runners behind her revived her, and she was sent off to the hospital, where eventually at OHSU they performed triple bypass surgery. She's still recovering, and she's planning to complete her commitment to running a marathon in all of the 50 states. She's already completed 45. She's with us tonight. She's sitting right over there. Kathy, if you'd stand up. And I will purposely repeat, Kathy, we're glad you're here. Kathy, we're glad you're here. So here's your smile, a wave, and I'll go sit down. Have a good evening.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. The folks from Standard TV and Appliance are here tonight. He's always behind time, but he does a great job. Mr. Bill Gander, right there. Stand up, Bill, right there. Bill Gander, Standard TV and Appliance, one of our big sponsors. And as I look out, I can't believe who's sitting at table number 16 right here. I had no idea that they were going to be here. But ladies and gentlemen, he's a legend in this state. He's a legend in the National Basketball Association and in collegiate ranks. And he has a wonderful family, and some of his children are still with us as we speak tonight in basketball and in sports, and it's such a delight. He's one of my all-time favorite people. He's with us since 1970, but he's now the head coach of the Houston Rockets of the NBA, Mr. Rick Adelman, right there. Stand up so we can see you. Rick Adelman. He's one of us, believe me. And Mary Kay, his lovely bride. Right now, folks, it's time to bow our heads and give thanks for all, because we're fortunate to have everything that is around us. And to lead us in those thoughts, would you please welcome Father Tim Murphy, president of Central Catholic High School. Father Tim. Gosh, I thought you were closer. I almost thought I'd have to give the invocation. Thought you were right here, Father. Go Rams, you know that. Father Tim Murphy, ladies and gentlemen.
Some of you in hearing the name Central Catholic may have thought something about 60 to nothing. I need to issue a disclaimer. What we were trying to do is set up Jesuit for their game against Lake Oswego, and we found that we were very successful. On several occasions, the Christian Gospels make reference to time and talent and treasure. The gift of time allows each of us the opportunity to develop the gift of talent by which our lives have been blessed. Our true treasure lies in how those talents have been put to the test and to greater use. So tonight we honor those who have first been given the time and that have taken it and used it well, And in time, they have developed their talents and then achieved in a way that all of us recognize this evening as a true treasure. So we honor them for their treasure, we thank them for their time, and we bless the God who has first gifted them with the talent that they have developed so well. Even their honors this evening serve them and the rest of us as signs of the elusive treasure for which all of us ultimately seek. So we offer this prayer for them and for the food we eat and the conversation we share at the table this evening. And we offer this prayer in Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much, Father Tim. So enjoy your meal now for sure, and we're going to be back shortly. We have an extended program. Enjoy yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Probably many more deserving people to be in the Oregon Hall of Fame, but you will not find anybody more grateful.
It's those people who see things inside of you.
It gives you the honesty, the heart, the morality, just downright great character that makes a great citizen that we all like to know.
But they was rooting for me.
You know, if it hadn't been for the coaches that I had and the players that I played with, I sure wouldn't be here now.
I hope that they take away from this that they believe in themselves and that they can accomplish anything they want to.
Maurice Lucas. Jim Paxton, ladies and gentlemen. Harold Reynolds. Clive Charles. Dan O'Brien. Dee Andros. Jimmy Barnett. Rocky Benevento. Margaret Dobson. Jack Dunn. Steve Prefontaine. Mel Krause. Carolyn Fitzwalter. Jim Grella. Ray Lampkin Jr.
Came right back to where it started, you know, the city of Portland, and I'm not leaving.
I've been blessed. A dream that I've had the privilege of living. There's so much good in Oregon.
You know, you work hard, and then if you can, you got to give something back.
Marion Herron. Jim Jarvis. Jack Scriven. Charlie Sitt. Joe LaPrenzi. Max Stoynoff. Len Royce. McDaniel. Paul Dan Miles. Rolla Volstad. Tom Moyer. Jack Neer. Steve Priest. Terry Marriott. Philip Knight.
The mission of
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 28th induction ceremony of the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. It is only fitting as we celebrate our sports heritage that we bring tonight's ceremony to what some call the birthplace of Oregon sports, right here in downtown Portland, here at the Multnomah Athletic Club, and we're very pleased to be here tonight. Tonight, the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame is pleased to continue its preservation of Oregon's athletic character and integrity. We induct the class of 2007, and they are a group of world-renowned athletes who have achieved a level of distinction that very few will attain. And I look around the room tonight and see others who have reached that special level of achievement. So when I call your name, will you please stand so we can recognize you in the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. We go to table number 4 right off the bat. Jack Scrivens, okay? The peak of his handball career occurred in 1975 and 76 when he captured the National Handball Singles Masters Championship, and his list of handball championships at the club, state, and regional levels is unmatched, and he's my neighbor out at Charbonneau. Jack Scrivens, where's Jack? Table number 5, Dan Miles. He earned the All-American honors in football and All-District honors in baseball. Joining basketball staff there at Oregon Institute of Technology in 1972, Miles turned the program around, earning District Coach of the Year honors 3 times. Dan Miles. Stand up, Dan. Dan, right there. Mel Krause at table number 13. Mel Krause, right down here. He served as head baseball coach at the University of Oregon from 1970 until 1981, and pretty much claimed the title Mr. Baseball throughout his career, the great Mel Krause, right down there. Table number 4, Ed Grossenbacher. Where's Eddie? Yeah! He's got his entourage here, I know that. A basketball star all his life, and Ed has also won 26 U.S. Handball Masters crowns, 5 World Handball Masters Championships, and numerous Northwest Canadian and YMCA handball crowns. Mr. Ed Grossenbacher, right over there. Yeah. Table number 13, Doug Lemire. Doug has interviewed some of sport's greatest athletes and covered sports stories. Wait till I ask you to stand up, Doug. Hold it. Covered sports stories throughout the Northwest during his 46-year career in broadcasting. Now do it again. The great Doug Lemire, right there. Stand up. He came into the hall last year. Table number 39, Ed Friedenberg. Inducted last year as well as part of the great 1965-66 OSU Beavers basketball team. And we're glad that he is with us tonight. Now, there are more champions with us tonight, and we'll ask you to stand in just a bit. Now, at this time, let us take a moment to honor other great Oregon sports heroes who left us in the past year. Great heroes that we shall never forget. One of the endeavors of the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame is especially proud of each year is the recognition of graduating high school student athletes, and each of our student athletes will receive $2,000 to be used at an Oregon college or university. And tonight we are happy to be awarding 6 of these scholarships. And again this year, the McTarnahan family has generously underwritten our scholarships. So would you welcome at this time Scott McTarnahan as he comes forward, and co-chair Paul Alati. Would you please come to the stage, please? This is from a family who truly cares about our young people. Scott McTarnahan and Paul Alati. There you are. Scott, please.
Both my father and I learned at a very young age the importance of athletic competition and fitness in your life, and it was reinforced many times as we both aged. And years ago, Dad said, well, we should align ourselves with the Oregon Sports Hall and participate with them in the scholarship program, so that's what we do. I'll tell you that all of us in the turbulent world that we have today, we tire sometimes of seeing on television, hearing on the radio, and reading in the papers all the negative things that there are out there. But once a year, I get to escape from all that because I get inundated with these applications, and I get exposed to some fantastic young people, young men and women that have done unbelievable things, have accomplished great things, and are certain to go on to even higher achievement. As an aside, I should mention to you, there was years ago, I had a girl's application that she was just Miss Everything. And she was unanimous choice for it all, and she won. And a couple years later, here came a fellow's scholarship application, and it was her little brother. Having 2 sisters myself, I thought, oh, gee, this poor guy, if he doesn't make it, what's going to happen? But much to my satisfaction, he was a unanimous choice for it. Well, a couple years after that, another boy's application came in from the same family. I recognized this rather distinctive name, so I made my wife undertake the lengthy task of blocking out all the names so that I could make sure that I didn't have any favoritism or anything here. And much to my pleasure, he also won. So then, with my entrepreneurial spirit, I thought, I should contact these parents and I should say, whatever you're doing, we should bottle that and sell it. We'll make millions. And then I realized with sons and daughters like they have, they're already rich.
All right, Scott, thank you. Please remember, my friends, that the first day of classes for state colleges was yesterday, so 3 of our award winners could not be here tonight, and they wanted me to convey their heartfelt thanks for the scholarships. The first scholarship, Anthony Newbold. He's from Harrisburg High School. Anthony's GPA was 3.5, and on top of the accomplishments that you see on the screens, Anthony was active within the school yearbook, much volunteer work, including Mission to Mexico to help build houses. He loves the outdoors, and this fall is attending Oregon State University. Anthony Newbold. She's not here tonight, but it's Lexi Newman. She is from Bonanza High School in Bly. Lexi was co-valedictorian of her class. Lexi has been very involved in school and community activities. She was a volunteer for the American Red Cross, as well as a mentor to young athletes in her community, and she will attend Oregon Institute of Technology to study pre-nursing. Lexi Newman. Lene Rowland from Henley High School in Klamath Falls. Lene tutored elementary school IEP students, was a youth leader in her church youth group. She was the editor-in-chief of the school newspaper. She maintained a 4-point GPA and was selected valedictorian. Lene was awarded Outstanding Student in Mathematics, English, Social Studies, Calculus, Science. And we go on, and she will attend Oregon State University. Lene. Also not here tonight, Nicole Price from Mackenzie High School. Nicole graduated with a GPA of 3.75, and she was a National Honor Society member in her final 3 years. Now, Nicole served as a student body secretary her junior year, student body president her senior year. Her community service included membership in her church choir, Red Cross blood drive, Toys for Tots, Booster Club, and Nicole is enrolled at the University of Oregon. Nicole Price. Lauren Benson, not here tonight. From Brandon High School. Lauren was also a member of the National Honor Society during his sophomore, junior, and senior years and graduated with a GPA of 3.9. He also participates in the Bandon High School Key Club, an outdoor club. Lauren's community service includes participating in health fairs, beach cleanups, and the caring for the elderly. And Lauren is attending the University of Oregon. And finally, John